Welcome back to Lakers Shenanigans. I'm your host, Jerid McDonald.
And I'm Trevor Feyder. Let's get right into the news.
Let's blend to our first story about parking. There have been numerous complaints about the parking lot this year. Some of the complaints include students' behavior and the recent price increase of parking passes.
Every day, over 700 students file into the parking lot here at Prior Lake High School.
Getting in the morning is the easy part. Getting out, however, causes many problems and irritates many students.
Students voice their concern over students' behavior in the parking lot.
I definitely think there needs to be more enforcement. Overall, people need to be penalized if they are disrespecting other people and especially violating different traffic laws such as speeding or reckless driving.
I don't like about how long it takes for us to leave and how there's only like 3 exits and everyone's just cutting each other off and trying to leave as fast as they can. It's just like a whole bunch of chickens running with their head cut off.
Probably driving through the curb cuts and driving is a place where people can get hurt.
Student drivers this year were surprised to see an increase in parking pass price.
I did pay for my parking pass and I thought it was way too much. I mean, there's no point in seeing a $50 increase it's been $150 since I've been at the school, so it just didn't seem reasonable to me.
I do not see the price of parking going up, at least for the next 3 or 4 years. It hadn't gone up for 4 or 5 years and costs were going up. We are one of the cheapest in the metro area by quite a bit. Part of the problem, it's a new problem for us. Remember, this building was supposed to hold 2,000 students. And at 2,000 students, we had plenty of parking spaces. It was built for a core space of 2,000 students. We had plenty of parking. We now have 2,600 students.
Student safety in the parking lot is a key issue, and students need to be respectful to other drivers and aware of their surroundings. Being a safe and respectful driver can help ease parking lot traffic and reduce accidents. Please be courteous and drive safe, Prior Lake.
Let's roll away from parking and set up our next story about volleyball.
The girls' volleyball team came up just a few points short of winning it all last season. So this year, their goals are nothing short of a state championship. Let's see what the girls are doing this season to achieve their goals.
The girls' volleyball team has really cranked it up at the practices and games this year to take the first seat at state this season.
Our coaches are really good. They've taught me a lot this season, and we work a lot on service eve, and I think that's really helped our game and how we played so far.
I'd have to say our top competition is Egan because last year we lost them to state.
It feels really good. I think I've worked really hard these past years to build up my skills, and it feels good to know that I've accomplished something and then my hard work paid off.
The students and staff of Prior Lake High School are looking forward to the girls' volleyball team marching to playoffs, expecting to make a big impact at state this year. The players we interviewed had major confidence, expecting to take first seat this year at state. Go Lakers!
Well, that was a score if I ever saw one. Now let's teach you something about our educators in the next story.
Being a teacher must be a pretty hard job, but I wonder what our teachers do after the final bell has rung at 3 o'clock and all the students have gone home.
We talk to teachers to get a behind-the-scenes look at a normal school day for them.
My favorite part about teaching is the students. I love, love, love my students. I call you guys my kids, so people tend to think I have a lot of kids, but I only have one of my very own, but you guys make it so fun.
Favorite part about teaching is the content and the students asking about that content and wanting more out of it, because I teach APs. They have the drive, the students have the drive to learn just that much more. So that makes it more enjoyable for me to teach those pieces.
Watching somebody get it. Hearing it, all of a sudden somebody will look at me and say something in German, and then they'll sort of say, oh, I know this. I can say something. And it's like they didn't even think about it. They just said what they wanted to say and it came out. I think that's always a favorite part of teaching.
Obviously, these great people don't spend all of their time in a classroom, so we learned about their lives outside of teaching.
I like to hang out with my son Easton. I like to hang out with my friends and family. I like to grill out. I like to watch football. I like to sleep. I like to play hockey. There's a lot of things I like.
In my free time, I pretty much run my children around from event to event. I have a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old who are pretty involved in different things.
What do I like to do in my free time? I like to read. I like to cook. I like to spend time with my family. And my son got me going on Pokemon Go this summer. So I like to go chasing those Pokemon.
There are a lot more to PLHS's teachers than students might think. They are excited to be here and eager to share their knowledge.
The bell has rung, concluding that story.
That wraps up this week's episode of Laker Shenanigans. I'm Jerid McDonald.
And I'm Trevor Feyder.
Stay classy, Prior Lake.